What is up, everyone? It's your girl China, aka China Wine, and welcome to my castle. Today we're going to be seeing what urgent messages have you manifested, okay? And this is a pick a card, so of course you have to pick a card. So group 1 is Burden of Tears. Group 2 is Message of Peace. And group 3 is Communication. So you're going to pick your card, and then once you do, you're going to go down into the description and find your group, which is group 1, 2, or 3. And then it'll also be in the info cards right up here. And then while you're in the description, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe for me so you can start to see my face every single day. But maybe that's a bit much. And with that being said, it's time to get read. What is up, my group 1s? If you all chose Burden of Tears, then congratulations, you have found your group. And we're just going to get right into what messages you have manifested. Look at the birds chirping for y'all outside. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but so first we have strength clarified by the Empress. Okay, so you are somebody who is always taking care of others. You are somebody who often puts yourself on the back burner. You often put yourself in the position to be ridiculed, to accept the consequences of others, even if they're not necessarily meant to be yours. You're someone who frequently tries to lead others in the right direction. But there's just an energy of you not being as open as you possibly could be. It's like you help out a lot, but you don't feel that same, like, I can lean on you vibe towards others. You're the type of person that kind of will lean on yourself for help. And it's a trust thing as well. And we have the 5 of Wands here and the 6 of Wands. You're often in a very combative mood. You're somebody who's always ready for a fight. And of course, how life has been going, it has you used to being in this mode. It has you used to being ready to argue back. It has you used to being misunderstood and like somebody is not hearing you. It has you used to being like, okay, I have to win this. I have to win. But not everything is a competition. Not everything is meant to be a fight. And we have the Page of Swords here and the 8 of Cups in reverse. So a big problem with you always helping and with you always pitching in and with you having the burden of many people aside from yourself that aren't yours, you tend to hold a lot of feelings, a lot of information, a lot of past grief, and you don't say anything about it. And it's like you say things here and there, but you never get it out fully. So every time you're communicating, a lot of things come out harsher and rougher and more rude than they're supposed to, because you've held back so many things for so long, thinking that you're kind of helping the situation not be bigger than what it possibly could be. But the whole time you're just damaging yourself, and you're damaging the relationships you have with the people that you care about, because they start to feel like, oh, you know, group 1 is being spiteful towards me. They are holding things against me. They're judging me. And then you are like, no, like these people aren't listening to me. Y'all are not hearing me. Y'all are not listening to me. I'm putting myself out on the line and accepting your consequences, and you're not listening to me. So I'm suffering and you're suffering, and it's all for nothing because you're not doing any better. So with that being said, you're shedding a lot of tears over situations that just do not have to be. They are very unnecessary, and it's all because you accept things that are not yours. You need to let these situations go, and you need to let people. You have to let them experience. You have to let them experience their own consequences, their own burdens. You cannot take it all. And despite how you want everyone to win, you want everyone to progress and move forward, you cannot be the orchestrator of that. You just can't. The only person you can ensure wins is yourself. And you can support and you can help as much as you would like. But these expectations on people, they're never going to meet your expectations. Never. It's not going to happen. And certainly not in the time frame that you would want it to, okay? Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles here. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So a lot of your cards have been like one after the other. So like Five of Wands and clarified by the Six of Wands. So it's like you are a very step-by-step person. You often can see the way things go and be able to plan things out very well. So that's another reason why you're always so confused and baffled on why things are always falling apart. And it's because you're expecting other people to be able to follow these plans that make so much sense to you. And other people cannot follow that, even if it's your partner. Even if it's your partner, even if the person you love, even if it's the person that sleeps right next to you every night. You cannot expect them to just follow along with your plans. No matter how great of a plan it may be, you cannot expect them to act as if how you would act. They are not you. You are not the same person. But as far as the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, you have to be content with working on things on your own and be happy with the results that you get on your own. You cannot judge other people's results. I mean, you can, but clearly you're not happy doing that. You cannot judge other people's results. You cannot judge other people's progress, no matter how much you put together. If you want to give, if you want to be an orchestrator of things, you have to just do it out of the goodness in your heart without expecting them to really do anything in return. It sucks, but that's how it is. That's really how it is. And as far as you not saying much at the time, you need to just let it out. You need to let it out. Don't act like you don't know certain things at the time. Don't act like don't beat around the bush. Because you're not really someone to sugarcoat much. So you're not sugarcoating. It's often you just beating around the bush, like trying not to get straight to the point. Like, you want other people to get there on their own. You do. You want that. You're not trying to just drag them along and they're not ready. But you find that they, as much time as you give them, they still can't make it on their own. And it's like, sometimes that's the way it has to be. So if you're going to say something, you need to just say it all right then and there. And what they do with that information is what they do with that information. But it's no longer yours. Okay, so let's look at some oracle. Your other card for here is fears. And it's interesting because, like, she's holding like a snake and a sword. I don't know if you all saw it. But it's like I was saying about you always being prepared for a fight. And also I'm hearing that you're somewhat of a snake charmer. So it's like people that have ulterior motives, you're often able to get over on them when they were once trying to get over on you. And people find it hard to manipulate you. And even people that aren't necessarily trying to manipulate, but they just are the type that will try to make things sound better than they are, like smooth talkers. It's like you have to choose what kind of person you want to be in response to this, because you all are kind of on the fence. Like I said, you say a little bit, but you don't say it entirely. You give them hints, but you don't say it entirely because you're like, no, they'll figure it out. Since they're trying to tell me this and that, like, they'll figure it out. But just say it. You have to. This is the type of person that you are. You were never meant to beat around the bush. You are a straightforward person. If you're going to be a fighter all the way. Don't make the fight come to you because you weren't straightforward in the first place. It's not who you are. And then we have balance. I'll read the card. It says, balance is key to a harmonious life. Have you been feeling out of sync? Adjust how you spend your time and energy to ensure you maintain a healthy equilibrium. And that's the thing about energy. You're spending way too much energy on things that do not serve you. It's almost like you've forgotten that you're a human too, and you have your own life and you have your own responsibilities. Not that your household isn't taken care of or you don't take care of your business, but it's all about energy. It's like for you, you just check boxes off. And for others, you're like there, you're present, you're helping. And then we have confusion. And it says, confusion is temporary and leads to clarity. Are you feeling lost? Slow down, be patient, and allow clarity to emerge in its own time. So you all are definitely not the most patient people. You all are very strong, super duper strong, but patience is not one of your strong suits. And I see that you need to have a balance between doing and waiting. Doing and sit back and watching. It's like you kind of skip the waiting and watching part because you're like, okay, I put the effort in, so now it's time to just keep pushing. Sometimes you don't need to push. And we have awakening potential. Your inner potential is awakening and new opportunities are appearing. This is a time for growth and self-discovery. Be bold in exploring new areas and your hidden strengths will reveal themselves. So it's like whole time you're trying to see the potential and get other people's potential to be to a certain point, and you've stopped focusing on your own potential and what your own potential looks like. You're kind of ignoring it at this point. On the bottom of the decks, we have regrets. And we have it's not me. So a lot of people have your intentions mixed up. Like they don't really understand. It's like your delivery is falling on not deaf ears, but what you are saying falls on deaf ears because of the delivery, about the timing and the way in which you do so. Like I said, you beating around the bush, you bringing up past things that have stuck in your mind, and others are thinking like, oh, like I was saying, oh, group 1 is being spiteful to me. Group 1 is judging me. Group 1 is acting like we're not all humans. Group 1 thinks they're better than me. And it's like you have a lot of regrets centered around like, should you have helped or not? You're like, I would have never did these things for this person or that person if I knew they would have turned me into the villain. But you're not the villain. With It's Not Me, you're not the villain. Despite what anybody else says, you have the best of intentions. The only thing is you have to remember what your intentions are, what they were, and you need to understand that you can't change people. People will be who they are. Only person you can change is yourself. And sometimes that's the hardest too. On the bottom of this deck, we have past life and barrier maze. Let's read them. Your past has shaped who you are today, but it doesn't define you. Perhaps you've been dwelling too much on past memories. Look at how those experiences have helped you grow, but know that you are constantly evolving. Yep. Barrier maze. Confusion may feel overwhelming, but remember that every maze has an exit. You might be struggling with difficult problems, but shifting your perspective could reveal the solution. So if you've been in a cycle with somebody or a few people, and it feels never ending, it feels like you keep bumping heads, you feel like, should I even keep talking? You feel like your words have run out. You feel like you're saying the same thing over and over again. And it's like, you just have to make a decision. You have to. You have to make a decision. You don't want to, but you have to, because you'll keep revisiting things over and over again. Because not only are your memories playing back over and over again, but in real time, you're going through a cycle, a loop over and over again. And so you should not accept what you're accepting right now. You just shouldn't. In conclusion, you need to worry about your own potential, because you have way more than you are way more than what you've accomplished. You can accomplish way more than what you have. You can go further than where you are right now. You're not meant to be stuck in a cycle with anybody. It doesn't matter how long you've known a person. It doesn't matter what they contribute. And there's a big thing here that you're worth more than what you can do for others. You have more out there for you. And not only that, you can be teaching and helping people that will be way more grateful for it. So once somebody shows you like they're not compatible with your teachings as a student, because there's compatibility here, even if it's your family, even if it's your partner, you gotta let them be. Nobody's saying break up with anybody or abandon anybody or block anybody. I'm just saying You got to let people be who they are. Or don't. But I think that is all that I have for you today, my group of ones. If you're going to pick another group, I will see you there. If not, like if you want to, comment if you want to, subscribe if you want to, maybe even share. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.